And still on El Nino, let's now take a look at the impact that the 1997-1998 El Nino rains had on Kenya. First up to the economy, and the rains had an estimated damage of $1.2 billion to infrastructure and crops, and about 2.3 million animals died from disease, hunger, and also drowning. 1.1 million goats and almost 800,000 sheep were affected. Now, this coming up on your screen was the effect on human life. About 1.5 million people were adversely affected, with 77,000 people displaced across the country, and check that out, 2,000 people lost their lives during that long El Nino season. Now, transport was also hugely affected rather, as 100,000 kilometers of rural and also urban roads were destroyed. Major roads were also damaged or cut off. These were some of them: the Nairobi-Mombasa Highway, also the Nairobi-Nakuru Highway, and other major highways. And about 6 bridges countrywide either collapsed or were damaged. Now to education, and schools, of course, were not spared, with an estimate of 2,000 schools being completely destroyed or submerged. The academic calendar was also disrupted, with some schools forced to keep closed for several months due to flooding. And to health, that had a major hit as well. The El Nino rains led to outbreaks of cholera, typhoid and dysentery, and also hepatitis. There were also more reported deaths due to malaria and cholera, and dengue fever as well, and the Rift Valley fever. So those were just some of the impacts. Now, to deal with the situation at the time, the government did enhance disease surveillance and response. They also improved water supply and sanitation, and also provided food aid and relief. As you know, at this point, the government is trying to do what it can to prepare for those rains. But remember, you are also responsible. So do what you can to protect yourself. Safe driving, and if you live in flood-prone areas, well, you've got to start thinking about where to move to safer ground.